When making this DVD, I knew we were going to piss some people off. I mean, we're showcasing some pretty special places. But I'd like to make the disclaimer that we're not drawing any maps, we're not mentioning any names, and if you recognize these places, you already know where they are. You know, we all like solitude, and we all like a river to ourselves, but a river to itself has very few friends, and a river without friends isn't protected. And the fact of the matter is steelhead need friends too. My new winter tool is the Z-Axis 8134. On one hand, it's delicate enough to cast a Rio AFS, and on the other, I can chuck a 750 grain Skagit Flight with my heaviest tips. You know, I was late to the dance with this whole switch rod thing, but now after seeing what this rod can do, I can't imagine not having one in my arsenal. If you'd have told me 5 years ago I was going to be throwing 90 feet of line with a little 11-foot spey rod, I'd have laughed at you. The first line I slapped on this little rod was a Rio 78 AFS, and it just jacked. This rod's so light in my hand, it makes a great little popper rod. And for summer fishing, I don't feel like it limits me in any way. I've been a Sage guy for so long, I just don't feel cool holding anything else.
Probably one of the biggest misconceptions there is with fishing the dry fly is the fact that most people think they only work well in those classic greasy tailouts, and that's not true at all. You know, people would really be surprised if they knew how aware these critters are with what's going on around them. It would blow your mind to see some of the heavy chop I've pulled fish up out of to eat the dry fly. You know, a slight little chop like this is nothing. This is perfect dry fly water. When fishing the popper in this run, I'm not going to do things a whole lot different than I would with the traditional pattern. I'm going to quarter my cast slightly downstream, putting a small upstream bend in it or not. But the main point being is I'm just going to let the current fish it across. I'm going to start my popping and just let it ride. I do like a little speed on my fly. I am trying to elicit that chase response.
Being a Skagit guy, the Death Star is my new favorite rod. I loaded that thing up with a 525 Skagit short, 12 foot of T14, and I couldn't hold it back. It's a 12.5 foot rod with the guts of a 14 footer.